What's up guys, Matthew and today we've got a video on why 230 is banned and is going to stay banned in my limited format CBTs. So, basically, short story, 230 is oppressive. There is a different meta in custom Beyblade tournaments and actual tournaments. Actual tournaments, people are bringing only the best of the best bays because the goal is to win. So naturally, you're going to have counters to the best of the best bays. Flame 230 CS is a very good combo, so you're going to have a bay that can beat Flame 230 CS. I don't actually know how tournaments work, I'm just assuming. In custom Beyblade tournaments, it's different because people just use with what combos they like and what combos are fun. I used Screw Unicorn 145 wide flat in my first two before actually changing it up because I was like, I'm probably not going to be winning with this. But the meta is different. People use what they want, and because of that, I have to adjust to what people are using and what people like. 230's case is 230 is weak to two main things: tall attack bays, specifically Flame 230 CS, because this is the worst offender. Tall attack bays and zombie bays. Tall attack bays and zombie bays. Most of my tournaments, if you go back when 230 was legal, there's a couple people who used Vulcan S130 R squared off or something like that. Vulcan S130 combos. And those two were won by Scythe on 230. One with D, one with MP. Scythe is banned now, so take it with a grain of salt. Then the 6 and 7, it won 6, nothing came close to beating it, and then 7, it lost to me, who literally made a zombie bay combo just to counter it. And that's what it lost to. If I wasn't there, maybe Helio gets there, if things go a little bit differently. And maybe Jerry gets there, and they both made bays that could beat it. The other person who made a bay could beat it was in his quarter of the bracket, lost round 1 to the other person, and then you get switched to the opposite loser's half. So none of the other people who had it lost round 1 except Jerry, and Jerry was not able to make it fully out of loser's bracket to go face him again. Basically what happened is, except for one fluky knockout, Flame 230 CS went through 2 tournaments very easily with no competition. And that's the problem with 230, is it doesn't have enough counters. It doesn't take much luck, I guess you'd say, because tournaments you need 3 things. What I would call, first you have to have a good combo. Second, you need Blader Spirit, obviously. You gotta have Blader Spirit. You're not gonna win without Blader Spirit. And then you need luck, because luck is specifically the brackets. It doesn't really take any luck with Flame 230 CS because even when 230 was legal, nobody was running tall attack basically at all. You get 1, maybe 2 tall attackers a tournament at best, and then nobody was running media with like WD or W2D, EWD, whatever. People were running media on flat ball or not running media at all. 230 between 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 made 1, 2, and 3. Was not in 4 and 5, won 6, made it to the finals in 7. So that is 4 out of 6 tournaments it was in. 3 out of those 4 it won, and the 4th one it made to the finals. Between Scythe 230D, Scythe 230 MB, Flame 230 CS, Flame 230 CS. So all in all, no, I'm not unbanning 230. This was not. I think somebody had a comment about it being more, give more creativity and it'd bring back tall combos. That's the thing. 230 wasn't banned for anything related. It was, nobody could beat 230 because people weren't using tall combos. It wasn't like, oh, there's a problem, people aren't using tall combos anymore. Should I bring back 230? No, nothing like that. People just weren't using tall combos. And if people aren't using tall attack combos or zombie bays, who's going to beat 230? Especially if it's 230 CS, which has more defense. Flame 230 CS, especially because it's elevated. So that is why 230 is banned. People don't use the counters to 230, the counters that exist, but it doesn't have a lot of counters. Its counters are specific. You have the weapon triangle. So your attack beats stamina, defense beats attack. Any stamina bay is going to get drained by 230. Any defense bay is going to get drained by 230. Any attack bay, if it's not tall, it's going to lose. And even the Gravity Destroyer D125 R squared F, middle height, couldn't hit it high enough. And maybe something's changed with another blader doing it. But for me, with my launch, how good I am at launching, my strength with launching, strength is I don't have a strong launch, with the level of strength, right? Now that can't even do anything. So people aren't going to use people don't use tall attack bays and there's no zombie bays, nothing can stop 230. And that's why 230 is banned. It's oppressive. It's simply put, it's oppressive. It basically dominates everything that isn't a very tall attack bay or a medio bay. And there's never that many medio bays in the tournaments, and not many people use tall attack ever. So with that, 230 doesn't really have any counters. If you look at, I mean, now part of it, there's a bit, you know, it's not legal in the last ones, but I mean, even when you look at how many bays in the last tournaments would actually beat 230 CS, people just don't run that many tall things. Now there's a few things. There was a free 230 CF bay. That probably could have been it. People are running SR200 now that I have it. I'm running a 160 height. I'm not sure that actually beats it. But yeah, in the end, that's the deal. 230 is just oppressive. Now you could ask, what about gravity? Gravity is also very good. I just haven't had that problem with gravity yet. Nobody's made a gravity combo. Well, Mr. Weekly had a gravity combo that was doing really well, but at that point, people weren't using defense bays. People started to use defense bays more often. So, and gravity is also pretty versatile, which I like. I just think it makes it interesting. So at the moment, until gravity goes on a tear, I'm going to keep gravity legal. If you really want it banned, make a really good gravity combo and then blast through the tournament with it. Probably, you know, maybe gravity got the same things where it's hard for anything to counter gravity. Just like I said, that hasn't happened in my tournaments yet. I go reactive. Not banning something because it could happen. 230 was oppressive. Gravity has not been oppressive at the moment, and I know Scythe is very good, so I'm keeping Scythe banned. So right now, gravity is legal. If it goes on a tear, it will be banned if need be. I think the meta would be balanced without gravity still. You know, I don't think it'd cause an issue. One thing I heard on some old WBO thread is that they kind of countered each other. Scythe 230 and Gravity Destroyer kind of counter each other a little bit to an extent. But yeah, basically, yeah, gravity has not gone on a tear. I'm reactionary in this case. I'm not going to ban something because it could. I just think that's not good. I could also technically ban Flame 230 CS specifically. I just don't want a complex ban, or a complex ban. And I honestly like the meta without 230 because I think it's fine without it limited. There's SR200, which is a bit lower. There's 160, which is, okay, that's a lot lower, but there's SR200, there's free 230 still. I've got a free 230. I'm saving the other ones, so there's one for 230. And there's, the other part, free 230, SR200, and TH170. I've got TH170. And there's still the height dynamic. I mean, even with, like, my bay, my burn cancer, left wing 160 CS. You know, that's still, you know, there's bays that are lower that can go completely under it. Like Flame Capricorn, Flame Capricorn's a good example. Flame Capricorn 60 MS, bays can still go completely under it. So there's still that height thing, you know, going on. 230 doesn't block that or anything. But all those things are a bit more beatable for a variety of reasons. They're not just totally dominating, you know, they don't drain everything that's lower than it. And then completely wall small attack bays like 230 does, so. That is why 230 is banned and why it's going to continue to stay banned. If you want to put your thoughts in the comments below, go ahead. But as I said, it's different from a standard CBT, right? That's why tall attack isn't magically going to appear because 230 is there. Because it didn't before. Maybe it would, but it didn't before, and I think it's pretty fine how these are. You can still use other tall things. There's still a lot of creativity. If anything, 230 stomps that, I think, to an extent, because it forces you to use a zombie bay or a very tall attack bay to beat it. And it makes people use things they don't want to use. Because the thing, people use what they want to use, and yeah, if everybody wants to use low bays, then I gotta conform to that. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.